The bigger and better ships will be stored in the center of the shipyard, and a direct approach is pointless. While the forces at the shipyard are less in number, the Cloud-Cladis Protectorate is inhabiting one of the strongest fortresses on our planet. Their firepower could wipe us out easily.
That is something you failed to mention.
It only leaves one option that will guarantee victory.
So we're going under.
We can sneak in enough through the waterways to overrun the yard while a battalion flanks the wall. We attack them from behind, gut them, and let our forces in.
Wreyikoh, how do you plan on convincing them that going into the water is a good idea?
Threats seem to work well enough. But the fear of the crawlers will be something difficult to curb, even with threats. But I suppose another show of violence wouldn't hurt. After all, it's what kept our forces together before Trokat died.
We should make sure they don't plan on fleeing, now that the object of their fear is truly dead.
I can very easily take that place. So this is what the officials in the Ketron felt as they looked down on us.
You should have run for that position, Wreyikoh. Being an officer was a waste of your time.
They wouldn't let me near the Ketron even if I was interested. But I suppose that was their downfall, wasn't it? They never thought a poor Gort like me could be a threat.
Your Majesty, we were so wrong to look down upon you. We maybe shouldn't have judged people based on the color of ink they could purchase. Apologies, many apologies.
If you're so sorry, perhaps you'll allow me to just have the keys to the shipyard.
Well, we would, but we all lost the keys when your past leader blew up the Ketron. Well. How many nights did we spend perfecting the bombing of the Ketron, would you say?
More than a fortnight of planning for each attempt. I can still hear Trokat whining about each plan. As a leader of this faction, you'd think he would have been able to understand basic concepts.
Yes, but he was a xenophobic, stubborn, and violent Gort.
And you're not the same?
I'm xenophobic, stubborn, and violent, but in an educated way. Besides, you can't talk. You're now leader of that faction. Do you plan on continuing our beloved leader's genocide?
I don't see anything wrong with killing crawlers. If the Turog want to stand in our way, so be it. But I want to focus on exterminating the Cloud-Cladis Protectorate more than the Turog and their so-called reincarnation gods.
I doubt they'll have their leader anytime soon. After Pryatal's death, I'm sure they'll be too busy mourning to even think about their next move.
Perhaps. But we shouldn't be so quick to dismiss them. Trokat and Pyrotal did have one thing in common, and it was that they were not the brains of their own operations.
Very true. What is the plan after we retrieve the ship? Given that you were able to get the army to agree, of course.
I want to recruit the Robari.
You're serious? They're more conservative than our government was. There's no possibility they'd agree.
You're antagonizing. If they don't, then we talk to the Chryslium organization. They'll be happy to trade technology for murder. But they don't have the same potency as the Robari, shape-shifting, being able to manipulate the space around them. They'd be invaluable as allies.
Did you not read the history logs as a child?
Why yes, I, a female, unable to purchase even basic paints, was able to afford higher learning. Thankfully, with this war, I've been able to get my hands on a few documents.
Then you'd know that they tried tearing the scout ship apart just with their voices. It's a lost cause. Let's just go after the Chryslium first.
It's not a lost cause. It's simply a challenge. And I like challenges, Traylog.